Hey guys, welcome back to another fun-filled, exciting episode of the Vape Table. And today we're going to be reviewing a product that I know you've probably seen a bunch of reviews about already. But I wanted to go ahead and throw a little video together and throw my 2 cents in on the Reuleaux RX200 by Wismec and Jaybo. Let's have a look at it, why don't we? Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, today we're taking a look at the RX200 Reuleaux from Wismec and Jaybo. And when I first saw the DNA 200 version released, I was really excited. I like the form factor, I like the design, the whole different shape. I definitely love the 18650 batteries because you didn't have to buy another LiPo, or you could only charge this through the charge port, or this, that, and the other. You've only got, I think the biggest 3S LiPo they're using right now is 1500 milliamp, I believe, something like that. I wanted something that had more life. And I've got single 18650s that have more milliamps than that LiPo does. So when they released the RX200 version, I found it on eBay for like right around 50 bucks, I guess. And I jumped on it. I was like, even if I don't like it, it's 50 bucks. It's triple 18650. Even if I don't like it, I'm not out that much money. I've made purchases on mods that I hated that were way more expensive than that. So I went ahead and picked it up, and it was just awesome. I haven't put it down in months. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted picture after picture of this thing. And I still use it all the time with that triple 18650 design. And as a matter of fact, I'm running the eFest 20 amp 3100 milliamp batteries in this thing, and I vape a lot. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and have a quick vape on it, and I'll continue this story. I vape a lot, and I can easily get 2 days out of battery life on this thing. I plan this will probably be the only mod I'll take with me to vacation this year. But I got it, and I loved it. I absolutely love it. There's one subjective con to this mod, and that is that it is big. For people with smaller hands, this might not be a mod for you. But I wear a double XL glove. I've got big hands, so I mean, I can fit this whole mod in my hand with no problem. But for people with smaller hands, that might be an issue. It is heavy, with that triple 18650 design. But I'll tell you what, the build quality and the finish, the menu's really, really easy to use. You don't have all the customization options that you have on the DNA 200 version. But if you don't need to tweak your vape to a ½ degree using temperature control, then I mean, yeah, on the DNA version you can upload your own pictures and graphics and all that, and that's fine. But this does the same thing performance-wise for about $130 less, which, hey, I'm fine with that. As long as when I push the button and it vapes, my hand covers the display. I can't see any of these cool pictures I put on there. So this was right up my alley. And I guess, if I had to buy another one, I would, because I didn't get this one sent for free or anything like that. But an all-around great performing mod. With that triple 18650 design, you don't have the battery sag that you have in normal single and dual 18650 mods. You press the button and it fires, and it fires very well. It's been able to handle every coil, RDA, RTA, anything that I could put on it and run on it, it is run with no problem. I have a couple of friends that have them that run the new 28mm Alliance RDA. They're blowing ridiculous amounts of clouds on these RDAs at 200 watts, which is way out of my wheelhouse. I don't use this thing over maybe 100 watts if I'm running an RDA, 125 watts. Most of the time I run about 60 because I use pretty much all RTAs now. But we're going to dive up close and we're going to check out the Reuleaux, and we're going to go from the top, go to all the way to the bottom. I'll show you all the packaging and all the ins and outs, how to work the display, and all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's dive down up close with the Reuleaux. Alright, so here we are, guys, up close and personal with the Reuleaux RX200. When you receive your mod, this will be the packaging that it comes with. Nice pictures and Reuleaux RX200 and a short description on the back of the box saying this is the new version that it uses 3 removable 18650 batteries, has reverse polarity protection, 200 watts, and titanium, nickel, and stainless temperature control modes. What it comes with, the Reuleaux and the USB cable, which color, and a scratch and check code for authenticity. Pop this off, and there it is, all that black. Look at it. Let's get this out and I'll show you the rest of the stuff that it comes with, which isn't much. It's actually got a little warning in here telling you not to use batteries with torn casings, which we should all know by now. It actually comes with a very good instruction manual. The USB cable is actually under this little thing right here, but I took it out to update it, so it's not in there. It actually comes with a very good instruction manual showing you all the different features and functions and how to access those said features, which I'll show you. And here it is, the Reuleaux RX200. Starting from the top, you have got a spring-loaded 510 pin. Threads on it are very nice. I haven't had any problems with devices not going on well. I do notice that this little catch cup right here does get some condensation on it, but it's not that big of a deal. You've got your fire button and your 2 menu buttons. The USB, they say you can charge batteries with it. I have never attempted to, just because I don't like to charge batteries in my device. Usually I just take the batteries out and put in new ones. So I've never tried it. I don't know if I would personally recommend it or not, but they say it can charge all the batteries. Here on both sides you've got some battery venting. You've got your display right here, some more battery venting here on the bottom. As you can see, I've used mine a lot. The finish is starting to wear off where I set it down. And here you can see Reuleaux RX200, designed by Jaybo, manufactured by Wismec. And you have, like I said, you have some more battery venting. And then the back door is magnetic. Sometimes it's a little hard to get off, you know, because the thumb grooves are a little bit shallow. But with fingernails, it's a lot easier. You've got your 4 magnets in here. We'll put this to the side. You've got a little ribbon to pull your batteries out when you need to change them. As you can see, the battery sled is marked for positive and negative on both sides, and then you have a positive up here. I don't know if I can get that on camera, and a negative down here. The negative posts are spring loaded on all 3, which makes putting batteries in very easy. I know on the DNA 200 version they had a different positive connection, which wouldn't make a strong connection with some batteries. I haven't had that problem with this version, and all of my batteries seem to work just fine. And we'll go ahead and put some batteries in here, and I'll show you how to go through the menu. As always, make sure to check to make sure that you're putting your batteries in the correct way. It does have reverse polarity protection on it, but it's better to have it and not need it. So just make sure when you're putting your batteries in to pay attention to the markings on the sled itself. Now, when going through the menu, if you don't have a device on here, it's going to say no atomizer all the time. So I'm going to put my Mutation MT back on it so we don't have that problem. Tighten that down. Good deal. Okay. Here we have it in the standard variable wattage mode. As you can see over here, you have your battery gauge, then you have your ohms at the top and firing voltage at the bottom, along with your preferred wattage setting. Hit the fire button, it's got a puff counter, or a puff timer on it, and what mode you're in and what wattage you have it set at. Which it's unlocked right now. I guess I ought to go over that feature first. To lock it, simply just hold down the up and down buttons and you'll see the lock function come on. If you hold it down a little bit longer, it'll go back to unlock. Holding down the fire button and the wattage down button will set it into stealth mode, which will turn your display off even though the device is still on. And it'll fire just with no display. To turn that back on, you just simply hold down the same buttons and it'll say stealth off. And there's your display. Holding the fire and the wattage up locks your atomizer, or no, that's only in temperature control mode. I'm sorry. I forgot this whole part. 5 clicks turns it off, and actually when you have it set powered off, if I'm not mistaken, if you hold down the wattage up and down, it'll flip the display, but that's only when the device is powered off. So 5 clicks will turn it back on, and there you go. Now, to get to temperature control, all it is 3 clicks. There you go. You'll see the display changed. You have your wattage down here now with your resistance right here and your temperature here, Fahrenheit or Celsius, whichever you choose, and the wire mode that it is in. It is currently in nickel. I don't know if you can, there you go. It's currently in nickel mode at 550 degrees. It does not round robin. It'll go from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 600, and I think, yeah, if you push up when it's at its highest setting, it'll change it to Celsius, or if you push temperature down at its lowest setting, it'll also do it as well. Go ahead and scroll through this and see, it'll put it back into Celsius mode. So either way, it'll round robin through Fahrenheit and Celsius. To change your wattage, once you're in the mode that you want and you have, well, we'll just set it. I'm not going to use it, but I'll show you. My preferred setting for temperature control is about 550 degrees. 4 clicks and it'll bring you into the wattage. It'll let you adjust the wattage, and that'll go from 1 watt to 200 watts. I do not believe, no, it does not round robin in wattage mode. Usually I vape in temperature control about 35 watts. This doesn't have a temperature control head in it, so it really doesn't matter, but I'd rather just set it anyway. And then 4 clicks will bring back the wattage adjustment. If you just let it sit here, it'll go back to temperature automatically. And that's for getting into temperature control mode. You can click it 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. That'll bring you into titanium mode. You'll notice the letters over here changed. 1, 2, 3. Bring you into stainless steel. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll bring you back into wattage mode and you're ready to go. Like I said, this is a great device. That is all the functions right there. It's very simple to use. As you can see, it's very easy to read. I don't know if my camera will pick this up. There it is. Very easy to read even when you're using it. And that is all the functions that we have for this device. You've got your different wire settings. I showed you how to lock and unlock your device. I believe I did. There. Hold down the wattage up, wattage down, and that'll lock your device. Well, that'll lock your wattage. I'm sorry. See? And then to readjust your wattage after that, just hold the wattage up, wattage down buttons, and you can go back to adjusting your wattage. That's my preferred setting, so we'll leave it on there. Now, one thing I wanted to do while we're up close and personal is I don't like doing juice reviews. You will never see a juice review on my channel. But what I wanted to do is a new segment called Keeping It Wet. And that's where I'm going to focus on a particular juice that I have been using as a daily vape, or something that's come out that I've really enjoyed. And, it's only going to be a couple of minutes, just to go over, hey, this tastes like this, it's this ratio, and you should try it out, basically. So the first one I wanted to do for this section is Smooth Criminal from Crazy Clouds, crazyclouds.com. I'll put a link down in the description, along with a 15% off coupon that Crazy Clouds gave me for my YouTube channel. They are an official sponsor of my YouTube, my Instagram. And with that being said, I do actually vape this all the time. I actually do like this juice. I wouldn't have taken the sponsorship if the juice was crappy. So, but anyway, yeah, Smooth Criminal, Crazy Clouds, crazyclouds.com. And this is their Extreme Clouds line, where they wanted to make a thicker viscosity juice for the RDA users and these people that use the new RTA systems that can handle the thicker the juice to produce more vapor. And this is a grand slam. I love this. I've gone through so many bottles of Smooth Criminal, it's ridiculous. And this entire line is really for you candy lovers out there, because all the flavors in this line are kind of candy based. Smooth Criminal to me is just like a sweet tart, and it's phenomenal. Like I said, I've probably gone through 4 to 5 bottles of this in the Mutation MT without changing flavors. And as you'll notice, I don't know if you saw it earlier, this is a super thick juice. Like, it is really thick. And they wanted to try to maintain a 80-20 ratio. And they did a really good job. It's got great flavor, great vapor production, and just a really good all-around, all-day vape for myself personally. And that's all I wanted to say, in this Keeping It Wet section. Let me know in the comments if you like this segment, if you want me to keep it in, if you don't like it, if you don't want me to put it in any more videos. But let me know. I wanted to try something different to kind of put a mini juice review in each product review, so I can show you what I like, what I've currently been vaping on, and what I enjoy. And like I said, Crazy Clouds was nice enough to give me a 15% off coupon. I'll put a link down in the description. It's the Vape Table 15. Will save you 15% off of juice on their website. It comes in 30 mil, and I believe they also have 120s and 240s as well. And the 15% off works for both. So it could save you a good chunk of change. This is very good quality juice for a good price. I want to say the 30 mil is a little over $20, which is, right up there with any other premium juice that you might get at any other online store. They make it in 0, 3, 6, and 12. There might be a 9 in there, but I'm not sure. I would have to check. I'll put an annotation down in the description to let you know the Nic Levels that you can get. And with that being said, that concludes the Keeping It Wet section, and really up close and personal. I hope you enjoyed the up close and personal time with the Reuleaux RX200, and I'm perfectly fine with backing out and vaping on it. Alright guys, and there you have it, up close and personal with the Reuleaux RX200 from Wismec and Jaybo. Obvious pros: battery life. That triple 18650 gives me, give or take, almost 2 days of battery life at 60 watts. At higher wattages, I'll still get day and a half out of it, if I'm running an RDA on it, or whatever I might be running on it. I'm a real big fan of the looks. You know, I'm obviously going to be a fan of the all black version. But they do also have a white and a teal kind of looking color version of this one. And then the DNA 200 is also available. It's a gray and darker gray. But that's the only color I believe it comes in. Performance, 0 battery sag. At least not that I've noticed. 0 battery sag. 200 watts. I mean, if you need more than that, I really don't know what to tell you. Simple to use. Runs any device. You want to run temperature or Canthal mode. You saw earlier when we dove up close how easy it is to breeze through the menu. The easiest to use update software I think I've ever experienced before. It took me longer to set up my laptop and install the software than it did to actually update the chip, which for me was awesome. I've had a chip that will remain nameless that took forever to update. We actually ended up sending it back to have it updated to the new software because we couldn't get it to work. And like I said, I mean, the pros are all there. The only con, like I said, was a subjective one, and that was that for people with smaller hands, that it's a big mod, you know. And that's very, very subjective, because I think even people with smaller hands could still deal with it, you know, if they wanted that kind of power output and that kind of battery life. So, in closing, I mean, it's an all-around great mod. I did buy it, and I would buy it again if I had to. So, I mean, in closing, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next review.